So I'll tell you what happened in 70. I come to training camp, first round pick with the Leafs, obviously some expectations there. And my very first exhibition game happened to be down in Moncton, New Brunswick, and Paul played in that game. And it's a Wednesday afternoon, we go into the Moncton airport, these kids that all played hooky from school. And they're all at the airport excited to get the different autographs, and I'm watching them getting Paul Henderson's, Normie Ullman, Keon was on the team at the time, and I grab my bag and I head out towards the bus waiting for us out there, and these two little kids, they're looking at myself and another rookie, Bob Liddington, not sure who we are, and came up and said, "Sir, can we have your autographs," right? So Liddington signed it, handed it to me, I signed it, and I handed it back to the little guy, right? And I'm watching the two of them, and they're trying to read our names, and I go, "Just a couple nobodies," and they ripped it up. I bet you the little bugger wished he had it today, huh? So Wendy and I got married my first year, and then we rented a house. In fact, it was actually through Paul Henderson. Murray Oliver was a Leaf player who'd been traded, and he wanted somebody to rent his house, so we rented his house, and then we moved over to Lorne Park, and that's where our family started. And my son Ryan was born in '74. Megan, my daughter, who's not here today, she came down with the flu today and couldn't be here. She was born in '76, and then Ashley was born in '81. Now, Megan was born in a Port Credit Hospital, but Ashley, it was one of those mornings where I thought I was kind of cool, our third child, getting ready to, Wendy, her contractions were about 12 minutes apart, so I jump in the shower, I come out of the shower, and other contractions are 1 minute apart, and we're starting to panic. So we knew we weren't going to make it to the hospital, so we called an ambulance driver. Instead of going to Birchwood Drive where I live, they went to Birchwood Heights, so there was another delay, and Wendy's there trying to hold off until they got there, and what happened was finally they got there and came back to the back, and Ashley was born in our house in Birchwood Drive, believe it or not. So, one of the things that I've always believed as a player, and Paul, I appreciate your comments, is that every day we get up, we have a choice in how we're going to live that day. And your choice is you can get involved and maybe make a difference, and it's at all different levels. Or maybe you sit on the sidelines, and I know you sit on the sidelines, nothing happens. So people like yourself, Ron, and your committee, and the people who make this event and the heritage, you make a difference in people's lives, and I really respect you for that. When I finished my career, a little story that happened here in Mississauga, it's 1992. Now this is 7 years after I'm out of the game, I'm retired, right? You know, and after 10-point game and the Hockey Hall of Fame induction, 89, it's 1992. I'm at a rink here in Mississauga watching my young daughter skate Saturday morning. Got my Tim Hortons coffee with the other dads, and I get a tug on my coat, right? And I look down. There's this little guy, and he's got the minor hockey jacket on. He's got the no teeth, the freckles, the hat, right? And I look down at him, and he looks up at me. He says, "Hey, did you used to be Darryl Sittler?" So, kids have a way of keeping you humble, right? So fast forward at 2002, I get invited back to London. They have the Thames Valley Children's Hospital. They have a big gala at night, but the celebrities get to go visit the kids in the hospital the day of the event. So I'm going around from hospital room to hospital room and looking at some of the kids, chatting with them and giving them an autograph or two. And I come out and there's a little guy. He's sitting all by himself in a wheelchair. And I thought, nice guy I am. I'll go up and offer an autograph, right? So I go up to this little guy and I said, "Hey, would you like an autograph picture of me from back in the '70s? He takes it, he's looking at it. He's not really, he says, but maybe my grandma might. So when all you guys put your hand up that I was your favorite player, it all kind of rings a bell who I am. But it's great to be here. I've had many opportunities and good things happen in my life, and again, I don't take them for granted. I remember back when I was asked to be the honorary chair of the first Ronald McDonald House here in Canada. We needed to raise $1 million. I did some commercials, created some hype over it. Now there's a number of Ronald McDonald Houses across Canada, but hadn't I known and been to Sick Kids a few times, the need for a Ronald McDonald House, maybe I would have missed that opportunity. I get the opportunity to meet Terry Fox, and when he was running through Ontario, one of the things that he wanted to do was to meet me and to meet Bobby Orr. And they asked me if I would run with him. I'll always remember that moment of Terry Fox. And I look at him and his life and what he did in such a short period span in his life. He's lost his leg to cancer. He doesn't feel sorry for himself. He's going out to try to, again, make a difference. Terry Fox, as we know, his legend lives on. It's the 40th anniversary this year coming up. And he's raised over $600 or $800 million, but it's people that volunteers and corporations and supporters. Even my little grandkids in school in Burlington, they have the Terry Fox Run. And again, to me, that is something that's so meaningful to me. So thank you very much. I appreciate, again, this opportunity to be on Legends Row. It's pretty special, and my kids and my grandkids can come and enjoy it, and along with the rest of you. So enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you. One of the things in closing, you mentioned about the Legends Row honorees here. Well, today when I was leaving the house, when Johnny Bauer, they had a memorial service for him celebrating his life, everybody was given a Johnny Bauer pin, so Johnny's here in spirit today. So thank you.